From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, hon.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Happy Monday morning to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger, Weather NorCal here. Before we get to the forecast, I want to tell you about a great resource. I've got a 24-hour streaming channel for your access. You can get it from YouTube. You can get it on weathernorcal.com. But what's really cool, you can also get it from the app. But what's really cool is that there is a streaming app for your Roku or Amazon Fire Stick and coming soon to Apple TV. Just go to those app stores and search for Weather NorCal and download the app for free, and you've got this 24-hour streaming channel. So now within the main channel right here, you've got the latest video forecast that I've uploaded. You've also got the neighborhood forecasts in there for all 6 neighborhoods that I cover in the area. You've also got some fire information in there. There is also the special programming, Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, Pet of the Week, and other special programming in the weeks and months to come. So be on the lookout for that. Current conditions on the west side here for 10 different locations, and the latest 7-day forecast for 10 different locations as well. So if you want to just check the 7-day forecast real quick for your area, you can get it right there, or the current conditions in the area as well. So be sure to check that out. And again, you can watch it on your TV. You could have it on the background all day. If you have a business and want to save money on your cable bill, you can just put your Roku or your Fire Stick or even your YouTube channel and put it on the TV for your customers while they're waiting. You know what? Everybody likes to watch the weather. Everybody likes to know what's going on with the weather, right? All right, so let's get you to it. More mountain showers and thunderstorms again today. And I think, quite honestly, some of the storms may be rather strong here later this afternoon, but a big temperature drop later this week with maybe some more activity coming in by around, say, middle to latter part of this week. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail, but here you can, of course, see the smoke that we're seeing mainly off to the west. And really, quite honestly, most of that smoke is going to stay to the west here for today. We go into Tuesday morning, a lot of smoke, especially in Trinity County, but you'll notice really not even much in the way of haze for the valley, but looks like a little bit of haze here for the rest of the mountains. And then as we go into your Tuesday around noon, most of the smoke off to the west here. So really not really improving a whole lot through the day on Tuesday, especially for Trinity County. Temperatures today most likely may dodge 90 degrees here for most of us in the valley. I think Redding, Red Bluff, we're splitting hairs. You could get up to 90, 91 degrees today, but overall temperatures are starting to really drop, and we're going to notice that. Now for the mountains, pretty much everyone has at least a chance for showers and thunderstorms, but I think Paradise will most likely still be looking at dry conditions out there today. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Here's today at 1 o'clock. You see where most of the activities, really the strongest activity, is developing in the eastern mountains here. Let's take you through the afternoon to about 4 p.m. Now it's Trinity County, Siskiyou, Modoc, and all of the eastern mountains as well. And then as we go into about 6 p.m. tonight, we're seeing it begin to kind of wrap up for Trinity County, but still a lot of strong thunderstorms, especially off into the eastern mountains here by 6 p.m. But by 10 o'clock tonight, it's gone. We're looking at dry conditions. Now what's interesting is Tuesday for the most part will be dry for the mountains, with the exception of this one little area here in eastern portions of Lassen County, in particular impacting, say, Susanville, for example. So I think we could still see that chance there. Now as we go into Tuesday night, that'll be gone. Now check out Wednesday. We're going to be transitioning between different types of storm systems, because by Wednesday, it's getting rather aggressive, by the way, for parts of the valley, but I think most of any activity would be off, especially out into Plumas County. Now we go into Thursday. Look at this. You see how most of the activity is off to the east, but we're not really seeing anything to the west. Now, I do want to mention that Thursday is the day that I'm really keeping an eye on, because the main area of low pressure that will be impacting us and giving us this rain will depend on exactly where it decides to park itself. If it parks itself off right around here, the wraparound moisture on that is what's going to bring it here just to the eastern mountains. If we take that low and bring it right on top of eastern mountains, now we're seeing that wraparound moisture making its way into Siskiyou County and maybe even Trinity County. If we take that low and bring it even more to the west, right over on top of, say, the valley, now everyone has a chance for thunderstorms, including the valley, and not to mention even out towards the coast as well. So we're really going to have to watch Thursday and see what happens there in the long range. Then we have a series of storms approaching us toward the end of next week and into the weekend, but it looks like they all really break apart before even hitting the coast. But bottom line, I think everyone is going to really feel the impacts of those much cooler temperatures by the time we get into Thursday, Friday, and through the weekend. And I think for the most part, in the valley, temperatures right around 80 degrees, give or take. Some could drop down to the upper 70s, others could be looking at highs in the low 80s. But bottom line, temperatures at least 10 degrees below normal, if not more than that. So here's your forecast for today. We've got those temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Like again, we're splitting hairs. Redding, Red Bluff, you could get up to the low 90s today. Otherwise, in the mid 80s on average for most of us in the higher elevations. And of course, that isolated thunderstorm activity that we will see for all of the mountain locations. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. And so for Mount Shasta, I've got your chance today, but I'm keeping you dry for now through all of this week into next weekend. For Alturas, I'm including a chance on Thursday and then dry the rest of the days. For Susanville, today all the way through Thursday, and then it should start to dry out by Friday through the weekend. Now looking at your 7-day outlook for the valley, it's still pretty warm. I mean, we're going to be right around the upper 80s to about 90 through the middle of this week. But as I mentioned, Thursday, that storm system, depending on exactly where it decides to go, bottom line is it is going to bring us significantly cooler weather. And you're really going to notice that by Friday. Now, Friday is also when we transition from summer to fall. But that transition won't happen until Friday night. So really the first full day of fall will be on Saturday, but it's going to feel like fall by the time we get into Thursday. And really it should last into the weekend and most likely well into next week.